Protecting Jamaica. Good evening to you, sir. Hello?
Good evening, Carla. Good evening. I'm at Bot Spot on Oak City. Evening.
Yeah, you're in a bad. No, you're all right. Get out of that spot and get back to me. Let me play a little more.
People would already been familiar with it and them like it. What is the difficulty? And guess what, neighbor? Don't take it lightly. The new democratic politics, this is the face of it. The people are going to demand so much more of their involvement in these policy developments, and they are going to demand that whatever is going to be presented must be discussed with them first. I think the opposition know this. So them fool, you know. But me think they're reading the room correctly. They're reading the room. You can't be in a situation of tumultuous happenings, and you know that people's emotions are now engaged. Why can't you lead the charge in appealing to those emotions to calm them down? You leave that to the opposition, and when the opposition don't know, the opposition appeal negatively to those emotions and get people riled up. Then you come now, a double work, you go calm them down now, you know, because you did not lead the narrative. You did not attempt to help people to understand that we are on your side. We're working some things through. It's going to take some time. It's that we want to do it good. We want to do it right. And we want to do it that it benefits you for generations to come. So work with us.
All right.
What kept?
Okay. Before Protecting joins us, we have a caller online. Good evening, caller.
I'm calling from California. Okay.
You're calling from California? I'm sorry. I hope that the listeners are hearing. He's calling through the line. Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're calling from California?
Yeah, and I was listening to the conversation, and a gentleman called earlier, some 30 minutes ago, and was saying that if the JLP administration would be guns. Right, remember that call, right?
No, that was Mr. Isaac Buchanan suggested. Yeah, member of parliament.
Yeah, but I think the reason I'm not knocking the caller, you know. I sort of understand where he's coming from, as it related to that. I think he's just upset and just want the Labour Party to move with more.
No. Let me hold on, sir. Hold on. That voice was the voice of Mr. Isaac Buchanan. Mr. Isaac Buchanan is the member of parliament for Eastern Portland, member of the opposition.
Mr. Isaac. He was referring to the administration as does. Okay, I thought it was a caller calling in.
No, that's the member of parliament. So yeah. Okay. So he was doing an interview.
Differently. But to add to the NaRRA issue, I think the JLP need to move with a little more alacrity in terms of getting this thing done and more, advertise what it is all about. Let people know about, what it is really going to do for the country on a whole. You know what I mean?
That is the discussion I want to get into with Protecting Jamaica before you call, sir.
Yes, right.
Yeah, because whilst the PNP is suggesting the court, what I want to talk to Protecting about is the court of public opinion. That's where you win it.
Yeah, sure, for sure. So basically I just want to, they advertise it a little bit more. As I said earlier, let the people know about it more. Because a lot of people, if you ask them, they don't know what the heck is NaRRA.
I'm telling you the truth. That is so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The simple man on road don't know what name. So we need to put it out there. And I think that will be very difficult. I'm not sure through what medium you'll reach these people. It will be difficult.
Well, we're talking about town hall meetings, so engaging the schools and all of that. That's what
Yes.
protecting us is suggesting, and I think those are valid points.
Right. Because the PNP intention, is to kill it,
To kill the
They are
bill, to
trying
kill the
to
NaRRA
kill it
bill,
and try to kill it. Huh?
to kill it or to delay it, eh?
Right, whatever means. You know what I mean? They're
But
trying to
isn't that very sad? Isn't that very sad, caller? Is that very sad?
Yeah, of course, because the thing is, it is really deadly. It is potent for them, if you notice, right? Because if this thing pass, they know politically it will kill them.
You think it will kill the PNP?
They're pulling out all the stops to really kill it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
For them, it's a political nightmare. This thing, NaRRA, yes, it is. That is why they're really against it, because if this thing pass and do what it's supposed to do, all of those promises and people see it and see how it benefit them in their life, it will be very difficult for them to run in 2030.
But let me ask you something, sir. At what point do we put the country over the party? Because this is not about the PNP. To hell with the PNP if that is so. Isn't Jamaica going to benefit?
Right, but they are not looking at that. They are looking at the next election. You know what I mean? So it's the next. All this thing will impact them, because if this thing be successful, the way the Prime Minister articulated, man, it will be really, 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 really tough for them to come back from.
Wow.
It is politics. That is what it's all about. Politics for them. So they are trying to delay it or kill it if they can. It's simple as that.
Yes, I think you're onto something there, sir. I think you're onto something.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful bill, and for peace.
You sound like Mr. Trump, man. You sound like Mr. Trump. The big beautiful bill. You don't have one of them in America.
I don't even realize that I have mentioned that. But yeah, you could put it at that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a beautiful bill.
It's a beautiful bill.
For Jamaica.
Yeah. I wonder why the PNP would try to kill a bill though that is going to rebuild Jamaica. If they ever do something like that, so this would be political suicide for them,
No, they don't care, man.
They don't care.
All they need is a win. They are talking about the next election. They're thinking about the next election. That's all that is on their mind.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's come down to that. It's nothing else. It's no loyalty to the country or nothing.
Selfish politics, sir. Selfish.
Absolutely.
You know, sir. I was going to tell my listeners before this evening, but I'm pressed for time about Sigmund Freud. You see, sir. Yeah. Sigmund Freud spoke of the id, ego, and the super ego. You ever heard of them?
No, but I will learn.
That's all right. What happened, you see, is that the id says, I want it now. The id. The id is basic. So you see, my goodness, more people are trying to call me and I can't take any more calls. So I have to people, please do not call the line. It's you have to WhatsApp it, okay? Do not call me on the number. So you ever see a child go in a supermarket, sir, and the child sees sweets and start crying?
Right, exactly.
That's the id. That's the id. So the child see the candy and ice cream. Ice cream bite man blow out of the gate and the picnic start cry because the picnic want the ice cream and they want it. No. If this was a mature audience, I would take that to sex and teach the people the caution about pleasure. Because you see, pleasure, sir, pleasure is a destroyer, And if you don't, if you don't learn self-control, you can't save the money because you will work all of your money and go buy. Just you just buy. Okay? And you not even have food in your yard to eat.
Exactly.
And you still gonna buy. That means according to you protecting that you are basically a child, you know, sir. If you can't exercise self-control over your sexual proclivities, you don't grow up yet. I want you to understand that you don't grow up yet. So the id is I want it now. And then you have what is called the ego. The ego, sir, is how can I get this in a realistic way? So that's the planning. Okay? The ego is rational. The id is irrational. The ego is rational. Okay? Now, I don't want to get too much into this because this is not what we are here tonight. But you got 5 senses. You've got 5 senses. And I can tell you, don't trust them.
Exactly.
One of these days, I'll explain that in terms of how you interpret things. So it's perception. How when a thought comes into you, you don't just act on the thought, but it has to be interpreted. So the senses are what is connected to the natural. They connect you. It's like when you take a picture, you don't just put it out. You can do some things with it before you put it out there. But so the ego is the rational part. In other words, how can I get this in a realistic way? And then you have what is called the super ego. And the super ego is this the right thing to do? So let me give you an illustration. You see a girl and she's very sexy. Broad on her back. She looks nice. And your instinct said, I want a girl there. But you see her from behind. It's from behind you see her. Now, you don't see her face. Larry, let me not say a girl. Let me not say you see somebody going down the road and they have a big butt and they look sexy. And you say, my goodness, I want a girl there. That's the id, sir. That's the id. Okay? The ego says, how can I get this girl realistically? So you develop a strategy to do it.
Yes.
Okay?
Exactly.
But the super ego says to you, I'm married.
Okay.
So therefore, I do not need to pursue. That's out of my league.
Exactly.
What I wanted
Right there.
What I wanted to do was to apply that to the politics, you see, sir? Because I think Golden is at the id. He wants to be prime minister.
Exactly. That's a long time desire for him.
Yes, he wants to be prime minister and he wants it now. Now, yes, sir, he wants to be prime minister now. And that's the id. And let me tell you this, because I could psychoanalyze that for you. The fact of the matter, and I pointed this out to my listeners, that Mr. Bolin has not yet accepted that he lost the election. That's the id. And I'm going to tell you why. People who are, I hope that they don't lock down the channel for me to say this. Donald Trump, it's called the prism of loss. Donald Trump could not associate loss with himself because of who he is. Mr. Golden is no different, you know. And who it is that beat Mr. Golden? A boy from Spanish Town.
Right, and he can't. He's not mentally can't.
You can't. No, how How him to beat me? It's like Usain Bolt running against me and me beat him. It's he just can't accept that. Golden cannot accept the psychological fact that someone that he considers beneath him. That's it, sir. It's a classist thing. It's how elitism fractures you individually. So you are so fractured that you can't even, you think you have to win. So losing for Golden is not on his card.
But why I think that? Because if you listen to Andrew Wallace articulate things, basic, so the layman, even a cat man on the road can't understand. Right down. You see what I'm saying? So I can't understand.
Yeah. No. I will tell you, sir. It is called pride. It's called pride. Loss strikes at the identity of a person. There are people, sir, who if they lose their fortune, they unalive themselves.
Of course.
There are people, sir, who if they lose certain things in life, can't live. From time to time, sir, I tell my friends, take the bus, level out yourself. Nobody be up there so much that you can't come back down here, sir. Remember where you're coming from. Remember where you're coming from. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
The fact of the matter is that you have to always stay grounded. Always stay grounded. Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to navigate life in the way and to ride through the various wind and waves that comes. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, of course, absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the deal. I want to make one more short point.
Yes.
Not take long. If you listen to the debate last week with the response from the minister, the opposition leader, right? You recall when he was mentioning, it was so I don't think a lot of people pick up on it when he was saying this bill NaRRA is just to improve the GDP of the country, and I can't understand. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Yeah. Well,
he was he actually said it.
Yeah.
So what? You don't want the GDP to improve? I think I scratched my head. I didn't understand why that is a problem. You recall that, right?
I do, but I'm gonna have to run you here, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you do call. So you don't have a TikTok account?
No, I'm on YouTube.
Oh, you're over on YouTube. Well, that's nice. You can join us there, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourself. And thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's on the telephone line. Protecting Jamaica. Are you ready now, sir?
Yes, neighbor, I'm here. Good evening again.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I'm hearing you. Protecting Jamaica. I in preparing for this program tonight, I looked at a number of things, and in addition to that, the threat of the People's National Party that they intend to, if the government passes the bill if they are not satisfied with the bill, they are going to go to court with the bill. Now, the fact of the matter is that that aside is for the court to determine whether or not the bill stands up to scrutiny or not. That's the judiciary. The Court of Public Opinion protecting Jamaica, I tested today, and the Court of Public Opinion is unaware of what I was talking about. And I remember having this conversation with you. The government cannot lose in the Court of Public Opinion if they are smart. Don't you think, as the government presses forward to have this bill pass or not protecting, there must be public education to bring the people along so that the people understands what the opposition strategy is about?
Yes, neighbor, I have been on this for so long that sometimes I swear the people who have been listening to me might start to think that I'm a scratch record. The most important part of something like this is the politics of it. Guess who understands that very well? The PMP. Now, in the court of public opinion, you have done your short survey and nobody know no name NaRRA. You're lucky somebody never said to you, say, yes, man, I'm a girlfriend from your 16.
But why protect him? Why? Why? When a bill is to be passed of the magnitude of NaRRA, why is Jamaica unaware of it?
Let me start on September. Let me start about a month before September 3rd, 2025. Let me start about 6 months before September 3rd, 2025. If the government, yes, there are members who I reach out to and, they listen to what I say and they say, yes, good idea. But if they were really paying attention to how the politics has changed, they change the politics, But they are caught up with themselves having changed the politics. And if they were paying attention, if they were really paying attention, neighbor, they could have retained at least 45 seats. They could have won at least 45 seats.
Yes.
If they were paying attention. And it is the biggest problem that the Jamaica Labour Party has when it forms government. They neglect the politics until it's coming around to election time. And I do not understand why it is that you think that you should leave the hard work up until a few weeks before the election. If you go stress out yourself and maybe drop down in a hot sonat.
Yes.
It is the same thing with this now. They need to see the benefit of while they are in government. Communicate with the people. It relates to the same things that you say you're doing on behalf of the people. Make the people understand what you do.
Yes.
TVJ, don't carry it how you want it to carry. And everybody are going to jump on TikTok. See that the gentleman they who love Jamaica in sound. He never have a TikTok account.
Yes, he doesn't.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I want you to yeah, sorry. I want you to double down on this because I think this is very important. The fact of the matter is that, and I wrote a political strategy for the government this afternoon, how they can go about it. I don't want to share it on air, but how they can win this easily. The fact of the matter, protecting, is that the PNP is obstructing the bill. It is clear to see that the PNP is obstructing, and Mr. Buchanan is saying that they are going to win it in court. If they go to court, they're going to win.
But neighbor, but at the same thing we are discussing months, may you Scratchy and Harry.
Yes.
The only place that the PNP will get them way. All right.
Well, first of all, hold on. He says that the opposition wants it to go to a select committee. So that's what they're going to be pushing for.
For 3 years, yeah.
How long?
Hold it up for 2-3 years. That's the intention. So we have to explain, we have to interpret the politics to the people,
Yes.
Joint select committee, hold up the bill and delay it for 2 to 3 years. All right, next thing now. And if that not happen, go to the court to block it.
And how long the court is going to take to try this matter?
Court go block it right away, man, and then the government have to go appeal, and when they appeal, then they have stay of the issue, and then but it will remain in limbo. So the strategy is just
no. But if the bill pass, protecting, do they need one member of the Senate to pass it, or it can be passed?
No, it's simple majority. The government a simple majority bill. Change nothing in the constitution. A simple majority bill.
Okay. So if the bill pass, the government can proceed with the implementation of the projects.
Yes,
while it is,
we have to understand law. Do you realize that Donald Trump first and second term as president, he has gone to the court about 300, 400 times and has never won a case?
Yes. Still president though.
His intention is not to win the cases, neighbor. His intention is to delay processes. You have to understand how you use those as strategy. Political when you're using those as political strategy, that's how it works.
Yes.
In this case, this is the perfect scenario for the PMP to use the court as a political strategy.
I know. I know. Yes.
To jam up the bill, and when you have 2-3 years runoff now, that is 3/4 way in the government term. What can the government do even if the court free it up or if there is some leeway at the end of 3 years? Nothing. Not one building can go.
And by that time, the pressure builds.
And by that time, the pressure builds, and the government again is on the back foot. You see, neighbor, there is no other political strategy than that discussion that you played that we had a few days ago. That was political strategy being outlined by me in that discussion.
That's what I played.
There's no other political strategy. Bring the people along. Once you make the somebody with their house blow down, no say, NaRRA means say me I go build back your house, but me I give a better piece of land. And you never have no land because people land in that squat one. You go build one house for a piece of land now, you go have paper seat. PMP can't change that somebody the mind. They are in support of it because that them want. Why doesn't the government realize that the only political strategy, especially in this 21st century type of politics, is to bring the people along? There's no other strategy. The People's National Party. All right. We discussed last week when everybody was cussing Marlene, that Marlene has raised her hand, pausing a situation that now ISAT is talking about. A sound, Marlene sound the alarm in a neighbor. She sounded the alarm.
Yes.
Because if there are any deficiencies at all in the bill, and it go before the court, and the court find one deficiency. All right, let me help the people to understand. The language that Mr. Buchanan used just now when you play him is saying to us that them have the judiciary in them pocket.
Well,
there's no other way to interpret it.
Boy, I tell you.
I'm sure him going to win, speak with such just like what them did I do. When I'm talk about and the ice. And then later on we learned that they were getting information. They have the signal is poor. Let's give him a little time to. I think he's in a bad spot. Let's give him a little time. It's a fascinating political time we're in, and I'm very, very concerned about what is happening here. Very, very concerned. Clearly, the opposition is suggesting that if they don't have their way on Tuesday, they're going to go to the court. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? A little signal now, neighbor.
Yes, protecting. Go ahead.
Yes. So we have to take these things seriously, neighbor. Mr. Buchanan is on social media threatening the government on a bill in the parliament to restore some semblance of normalcy to people's lives who were ravaged by a hurricane, a category 5, the third largest hurricane ever recorded in history.
Yes.
And he's on social media threatening that he's the first one.
Yes.
And
that they're gonna win. But by the way, how appropriate is that? Protecting.
Not appropriate.
Huh?
It is not ethical at all. It is not ethical. As a lawmaker, it's not ethical, none at all. None at all, neighbor. But this is what we have to deal with, and that is the reason why I said to you, the government should have learned 2.5 years into the PMP going around the country that this kind of onslaught of nastiness and negativity, we are not going to be able to win. The government needs to see the value in going to the communities, going to the church halls and have meetings. The good thing is that a 5
He's breaking up again. I wonder if I could take a call.
If
Give him a minute. Give me a minute there. Protecting. Give me a minute. Let me just take a call in the meantime for 5 minutes. Hold on his microphone there for me.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I am here listening to your program, man. You're doing a very good job, my brother.
Well, thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from in the States.
Oh, you're in the United States. Yeah, man. Nice to have you.
Yes, but before I get into my little 2 cents, you promised us that you're going to share the poll with us in April.
No. As a matter of fact, sir, I have it. I have it, and it is a pretty. It's not a scientific poll, sir. It's a snapshot that I developed a very good predictor, but I had to hold on to it a little bit, you see, sir, because these things can be a little controversial sometimes, and I discussed it with my team, and we decided that let's hold it a little bit. But I tell you what may happen. Are you on YouTube?
Yes, I'm on YouTube.
Okay. Subscribe to Patreon, and probably you get it there.
All right, no problem.
That's it.
But yeah, no problem.
Yeah, man. So
with issue of the NaRRA bill now, right? I listen the message that they were playing from Isaac Buchanan, right?
yes.
Well, let me tell you, that statement that you make, that Isaac Buchanan make, has just given the PNP another defeat.
It has given them another defeat.
Yes.
Wow. What do you mean by that?
It's a very well. The court of Jamaica is independent, you know.
Yes, sir.
And the court of Jamaica.
Neighbor, please allow me to interrupt. The call is not very clear on YouTube.
All right, you hear me now?
You're a little.
Yes, you're hearing me now, right?
Go ahead. Yes.
The court should not be drawn into any political matters until it goes before them.
Yes, sir. So for him to suggest that they're gonna win, not appropriate at all.
And that's why I said to you, wherever the PNP is now, Mark Gordon-led administration must be asking themselves what Isaac Buchanan just said.
Yes, sir. But you know something, sir, and I think I hope that the media in Jamaica will pick it up.
Right? Because that's a dangerous precedent we are setting now. You know?
Very dangerous, sir.
Right? And that's why I said to you, that statement handed the PNP another defeat.
But sir, how do you say that? Who is going to take this up and let the people of Jamaica know the implications of it?
But remember, you know, the PNP is just there to be propagandists in our neighbor. And when statement, let me tell you something. When you are in opposition, it is your responsibility to criticize. But it's not everything you criticize. And you must have responsible criticism. Right? When you're a member of parliament, you're elected to serve, you represent the country. Therefore, your choice of words brings weight in a good way, in a bad way. Me can tell you, with God and Christ, those are the words that he used.
Yes.
If you think we're bad, pass the bill. That's not the PNP that I have grown up with and know.
My God. You're right, sir.
MPs look like that. That is not professionalism interview.
that is now digging the PNP further and giving the honest administration ammunition again. Who does that?
Yes.
Stupid as you are. Stupid as you are. You must be precise. You must be professional. And you must be sturdy. And people can understand what you are saying. Who says that for your MP? Who speak like the man in the street, like you're into some form of gangs or, you know, you're just there. No, you're not better than anybody. But you're giving an interview, the world is listening. JLP, PNP is listening. And when you speak that way, it is safe to say, in other words, is this the people we want to lead? Is this the organization you want to be a part of? No. And that's why I've said to you, the PNP, based on Isaac Buchanan's statement, has find themselves into a corner that they will never get out of.
Boy, sir, I think you have done something here this evening that is very good. I commend you, sir. I applaud you. You are a very good. You're a thinker. I am thinking the same thing, sir. And I think you are right. You are correct, sir. The fact of the matter, sir, is that you cannot give the public impression that the judiciary is unbiased. It's biased. You can't do that.
You're right. If you notice the Prime Minister, neighbor.
Yes.
Whenever time the Prime Minister speak, he speak with alacrity. He speaks with professionalism.
Yes.
He never attack the judiciary system.
No, you can't do that.
Because the last thing you wanted to do.
Yes.
Even though if you know they are against you, you can't become public with it. No, because the world is listening you.
Yes, sir. And in a democracy, sir, separation of power is fundamental.
It is very fundamental. Because that's where you get justice. You can't trample on that in public.
Boy, may I tell you, you are
this
very.
This is not what they call setting up the judiciary.
Yes.
With political maneuvering.
My God.
That is dangerous tonight.
Boy, so say it again.
I am urging the PNP party, if Mark Golding claim, and I'm not speaking as a JLP now, or a PNP now, I'm speaking as a Jamaican. If Mark Golding has leadership qualities, demonstrate it now.
He must remove Mr. Buchanan from the party.
Demonstrate that now. Let me see that you are a leader aspiring to become Prime Minister. Because if it was any JLP member state that they will have to answer to the Prime Minister, I know honest like that.
You are saying that Mr. Buchanan should be removed from the political process, sir?
Well, he should face strong disciplinary action for that. Because that's a dangerous precedent we are setting. Sometimes when you speak, and if you don't know what you're saying, say nothing.
Yes. Why I tell you this is.
Les Buchanan did say, in my few words, we are looking at the legal process, if there is any, and we will have further discussion on that. That's okay. Good. I understand. You can't give the impression as if you are buying out the court.
You're going to win.
That's why a lot of people go, yes. Right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm hearing you.
No, I'm saying to you, sir, he is undermining it. He is undermining public confidence in the judicial neutrality. Judicial neutrality, sir. Because when you say we will win, what do you mean you will win when the case not go before the judges yet?
How you arrive by that? Is there something Mr. Buchanan know that we don't know?
perception over the years that the court aligned to one political party?
What a question.
Is that what we are getting?
What a question you are asked.
No, I'm just saying, based on what Mr. Buchanan is saying, let us not believe that. Because
Why?
that would be dangerous. Because perception comes with contempt. I repeat, perception comes with contempt. And we got to be careful. And that's why I said to people the other day, Portia seems similar wherever she is. I'm a JLP supporter, but I love Portia. And bad as PJ Patterson was, here at Jamaica, that's another story. We all know his history. We have never seen this type of politics.
True, sir.
Led by Portia, led by PJ. I was a child when Michael Mandibar, and I know him. But we have never seen this. We have never seen where the country, the good for the country, become the root cause of problem by one political party.
Wow.
Mr. Buchanan, wherever you are, I think you should reset yourself, reorganize, think, my brother, before you speak. You're moving too fast. I don't think you understand parliamentary settings as yet. Attorney at law doesn't make sense. Fine, you're an attorney at law, but you're now a legislator. You wear two different hats, brother. You got to understand that, look, when you're in the public, you don't speak as if you're in your house. You speak like you represent Jamaica over the world. And my last piece on it, neighbor, wherever the PNP is tonight, they must ask themselves, are we setting up ourselves for a natural disaster? We have lost 3 elections, and we keep pushing our foot down more in the sun. Because the reality is, NaRRA will pass, and NaRRA will pass in good faith. And the PNP knows very well that once NaRRA get to be executed, it's going to be disaster for them. Politically, Protective said it, he's right. They are doing everything to stop it, but guess what happened? They can't stop it. They don't have the majority. So they now are going to use the court, but the court already here. They put the court into a compromising position now.
Oh God.
That is dangerous. All those judges now are into a compromising, because if they rule against the government, the public is going to say, Mr. Buchanan didn't tell us.
That is true.
Yeah?
Wow.
That is why you have to be careful what you're saying, brother.
Smart man,
And
you be.
NaRRA is the brainchild for the development of Jamaica. Prime Minister Holness has been the most gracious, greatest Prime Minister Jamaica has ever seen. And the PNP having a problem, not with the Jamaica Labour Party. They're having a problem with Holness. Prime Minister Holness, because they can't study this man. This man is a visionary leader. This man created the impossible to become possible. Because the great PJ Patterson didn't know about NaRRA. Prime Minister Bruce Golding didn't know about NaRRA. Michael Manley never knew about it. Portia didn't know it. But this young man from Spanish Town, who dare you to come and make Jamaica so proud again, and we are here for so long. So they are doing everything. But well, let me tell you, I live in the state, but I can tell you, Prime Minister Holness is like, he's like an icon over the entire world.
What?
I can tell you that. He's like an icon over the entire world. He represents Jamaica unto every part of the world. People are saying they can't believe this is little Jamaica now. And PNP knows. And I'm not talking about the real PNP now. Because you have real PNP who believes in development, who believe in upliftment, who believe the greater good So I'm not here to bash the real People's National Party supporter because they are there out there that supported this government in every way. But it's the tribal politics that is what is messing up Jamaica now. And the PNP, I've said it on another program already, that the PNP plays on the uneducated person mind. The man who doesn't know nothing. The man who hears the news and don't even know it sound good and run with it. And say, oh yes, and this and that happened. That's the people. The PNP doesn't need good for Jamaica. They want the Prime Minister to fail so they can win the next election. But they know. I'm going to wrap up with you now, because other people need to get a call.
Yeah.
They know that this bill named NaRRA, it is one of the most consequential political decision that is going to make in the history of Jamaica. Remember, NaRRA is going to rebuild back the country, not just for the purpose of but for my children, your children, my great-great-grandchildren's future. The PNP don't want that. Quick and fast. I know I'm not counting the eggs before it's hatched, but bear my word, the People's National Party will lose 5 seats that they currently have now. Mark my word.
Hold on, they are going to lose. Hold on, sir. They're going to lose 5 of the seats they have now.
They're going to use 5 of the seats that they have now. And I'm going to tell you, East Portland going back to NaRRA's.
Oh?
Northern Clarendon is going back to the White siblings. There's 1 seat in Westmoreland is a dark horse that the JLP will take. 1 out of the 3. Right? Southeast St. Mary will go back to the JLP. And I urge you the JLP.
What you saying to me?
That's the plan.
What you saying to me? Southeast St. Mary?
Yes, it will go back to the JLP.
Hold on, that's a seat that Dr. Dunn lost?
Yes, that will go back to the JLP.
Uh-huh.
And Eastern Hanover will go back to the JLP. The JLP, mark my word, will regain 5 of the seats that the PNP has.
So you're is 40-23 at the next election?
40-23, that is my count, and I'm not going over, I'm not going below. Put it in your pipe, smoke it on YouTube. I said that. East Portland will go back to the Jamaica Labour Party. And I'm asking the Jamaica Labour Party, don't remove Anne-Marie Vaz. Don't remove Mr. Siblings. Don't remove Mr. Dunn. That's the problem my party have. We like to move candidates.
But I understand that Mr. Dunn will not be going back, sir.
And if he's not going back, the JLP will still take that.
I agree with that. My goodness.
Therefore, the PNP is well aware of that. And I said it to you already.
Yes.
I said it to you again. 5 seats that have identified neighbor that the JLP will retain.
Uh-huh. Why I tell you.
Next election.
Watch that's it, Mary C. Watch it.
On the PNP side, you're going to have 3 candidates based on my intelligence that is going to challenge Mark Golding. Peter Bunting, Crawford, and Das. Have yourself a good night. We talk again.
Yeah, call again. I have your number. Go save it.
All right, cool.
Boy, I tell you, what a fantastic caller that is calling from California out of the United States. What is happening, you see, guys, is that the number is on YouTube, so the people are calling the number. They are calling the number while I'm on air. So I actually have to put the phone on speaker so that you can hear it. My technical director, you're gonna have to sort that out for me. I don't know how to handle that. Let's go back to protecting, because he was onto something very interesting and important. Protecting, are you back?
I think so, neighbor. You hearing me clearly?
I am hearing you clearly. So the court of public opinion is is where the case need to be the one protected. That's my argument. But the court of public opinion don't have the facts. We need to put the facts out there. What are we going to do over the next couple of weeks to make sure that the people of Jamaica are aware of this?
Again, my unsolicited advice to the party, a matter of fact, I've been giving this advice for some 3-4 years. And it is the best political move. It is a common sense move. The important legislations that you need the buy-in of the people, go to the people. You serve the people. You got to ask the people for them vote. Them vote in 3 terms, historically. Go to the people. Go to the people. Don't be afraid. Yes, it's going to be expensive. It is an expensive exercise to go set up for a town hall meeting and all of that. Go to the people. Yes, we all appreciate the fact that social media has made communication and communicating a little easier. But we need to also understand that there are still pockets, especially the important pockets, that still hold on to the former ways of communication. For example, let us consider the demographic of rural St. Elizabeth, the rural parishes, St. Elizabeth. Again, educated, which is the smallest number, marginally educated, which is people who can read and write, and then uneducated. Remember, sometimes not because you can read and write means you comprehend. So comprehension is an issue. There are some people, especially the older folks, anybody above the age 50 and above, they are more comfortable when you come to them, have a conversation with them. They appreciate that more. Don't tell Mr. Rai, say, him figure rush, come home from bush, 6:30, if you watch TVJ 7 o'clock. And then when you get TVJ news, them write the news how them feel for write it, using the words that they need to use to relay a message that they want to relay. Go to the people and talk to them yourself and tell them what you want to tell them. Don't tell Miss Jones say she need for me case and done our prayer meeting 6 o'clock because neighbor come on. Come on, listen me, man. Are we thinking? Let's talk about Westmoreland. We got the best example of what we have to deal with in Jamaica out of Westmoreland leading up to the election. Me? They say me not ahead. Come here PMP. Me not know what, but me I vote for PMP. Come on. What I tell you say? That is somebody where you think I just log on TikTok and when the Prime Minister is live, that somebody take over the first thing. Me not like Andrew. Come on, we need to think. What is the party doing? It is still a political party, is it? Let's talk about Hanover. The last time me got Hanover, maybe 15 years ago. No, almost 20 years ago. Me see a man and a donkey a walk. And him have 2 buckets in a 2 amper, 1 per each side. The donkey a carry water. And the donkey reaching at the middle of the hill and stop for rest and catch him footing. The man take the water from the donkey and carry the 2 buckets of water and left the donkey to walk free. And the donkey is supposed to carry the load. These are the people we are dealing with. Let's talk about rural St. James. And we could go on and on and on, neighbor. We are dealing with a situation where we need these people to buy into what the government is doing. And you can't tell them something like clock on CVM who signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Mark Gold in about 6 years ago. What do you expect? You can't tell them something like read the Gleaner where Mark Gold's best friend is the chairman of the Gleaner. What is the Jamaica Labour Party doing? What are we? You can't tell them something like log on YouTube to go watch Jamaica broadcast sitting on it. Because even today I heard my colleague winner, one and only winner, that it look like the PMP get some people now down at JIS and the next one. If start black people, if you are criticized and them not like the criticism, what are we doing? Politics is an underground thing. And if Andrew Holness, my prime minister, the best prime minister Jamaica ever seen, continues to hold on to this situation where you need to mature the politics, and in doing so, then you are going to just shut up to the scale of maturity without going through the process and going through the teething pain. What do I mean by the teething pain? Continue to meet with the people and explain to them why the politics is changing and why they need to now adapt to the new politics. A bill is important. If the JLP don't start to play politics, they are going to see this bill walla in the mud, and sooner than later, the people who are supposed to buy into this bill are going to see it as a fraud. Just because the Jamaica Labour Party refused to be a political party while in government, I mean, I change my mouth. Labour, listeners, consider this. The Jamaica Labour Party is the best government ever in Jamaica. I'm not talking about just now with Andrew. I'm talking about 1944 when Buster became premier. I'm talking about 1962 when the JLP became government again. I'm talking about 1980 when the JLP became government again. I'm talking about 2007 when the JLP became government. And I'm talking about 2016 when the JLP became government. The best government ever formed in Jamaica, formed by the Jamaica Labour Party. But the worst politicians in Jamaica after them form government is the Jamaica Labour Party.
Wow.
Because they too prim and proper. Once a new suit and the government salary them kick in, it look like politics gone through the door.
Well, is that so?
And I'm not saying this because I want to say something bad about my party. I want my party always a win. So much so, I am not the only one, it seems. It look like, say, Marlene really want the party for a win. So she have to get up in the parliament and make the prime minister know, say, listen me, you go have some problem with this. And I'm saying this publicly so you take it serious. You know what should have happened since that, neighbor?
Yes.
From Wednesday, come right down to today, there should have been some public information campaign going on through the politics. All me see, G2K sent out a statement and Young Jamaica. What the backside? What that? What is that? You're right, one sitting put you up on TikTok or put you up on Instagram. What the hell is that? Look at the people we are listening to, we, neighbor. Man a call from California, man a call from New York or wherever.
Yes.
The people them with the online and the people them are foreign. What the backside wrong with these people? The people them we have vote for you, they are Jamaica. Go meet with them.
Well.
Go sit down with them. Go talk with them. So what if it is going to cost $2 million to put on one meeting? It is going to worth it because we have $3 trillion to spend. So what if you have to go make some sandwich and get some refreshment, make some drinks and get some water and decorate the place and have a nice and get the PA system, get one phase 3 or one of them if you can put in a good PA system so you can talk. So what?
Yes.
At the end of the day, when PMP open their mouth after you talk to the people them will say to PMP, you can go and chat. Me want my house in bill back. And the prime minister say, I go Billy. And him now Billy back here, so him go Billy back up this up on the hill. And that me want, because when me done, me I get one title in my hand. If the government does not do this, if they don't take this serious, neighbor, we are going in a big problem.
Well.
Again, the PMP tell we are ready. Mark go in that parliament and wrestle with NaRRA. And Isaac Buchanan tell we, then just wait for next week, Friday, if it come when it pass the Senate. Court Monday, straight a court Monday. And because Isaac Buchanan collect $80 million per client, him have enough money to buy out a couple judge in the court.
Well, no.
Judge them licky.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why, neighbor? We have to talk it through sometime.
No. Well, I think the judiciary, it is wise to keep the judiciary above the politics. Let's not go to where Isaac went. And
no,
what
I am not following Isaac, neighbor. Definitely not. But guess what? I am repeating what Isaac said. My money in my pocket. I'm sure we can win. Or you go win.
well,
You must go pay off somebody. Or else. Then the judge must in a PMP pocket. That's what he's saying. Let us talk.
An unfortunate comment.
Let them challenge what Isaac said. I know we see so. Let them challenge what him said. Let the court show us that them not in Isaac pocket or pocket.
Well, the Chief Justice ought to put out a statement on that. I agree with that.
Oh, Comrade Sykes.
Well,
nearby. I don't come in the bus. Me coming now.
Well, a call to Jamaicans. Though protecting. At the end of the day, this is bigger than party politics. If a bill is aimed at rebuilding and advancing this country, then the citizens have a role to stay informed, engage the process, support what moves the country forward. You don't think that the Labour Party should arrange a meeting and turn up a parliament Tuesday, with supporters, with placards saying
no, that's a foolishness, neighbor.
Okay, tell me.
I thought that foolishness. Sorry the language though.
Go ahead.
No, Jamaica has never spent $20 billion before 2016 because we don't have the capacity. We don't have the mechanism, meaning we don't have enough truck, tractor, what. So any project at all, we did not have the capacity. Not until Czech was invited to Jamaica with all the equipments and the capacity to build that scale before we start spend $20 billion a year. We get to the point where the government attempted to spend $50 billion, I think, 2024. And what was the complaint, neighbor? We all were listening. The money go right back to the consolidated fund. They couldn't spend.
Right.
We don't have the capacity inland. For the first time in Jamaica's history, we are considering over the next 3 years, we spend $3 trillion. That's a far cry from $50 billion where we couldn't spend.
My God.
It means, therefore, it will not happen using the same government apparatus that we currently have. We need a fit for purpose entity to do this.
Yes.
And if we do not have this fit for purpose entity, not even $50 billion now go spend out of the money when 3 years come.
Yes.
No.
And hold on, protecting. We have to also bear in mind that the state apparatus is already struggling to spend the money that is in the budget.
Okay. Goes back every year.
Yeah.
Even when PMP used to want to spend $2 billion, because PMP never used to want the money to spend for no. Even when PMP used to want to spend $2 billion a year, the biggest spender in government, even throughout the PMP years, was the NHT. And NHT could have hardly managed to spend almost $3 billion a year. It couldn't happen because the capacity just does not exist in Jamaica. We do not have the contractors to build at scale. We do not have the engineers to develop at scale. And we do not have companies that have the equipment to really do the work. This is one of the reality what we have to face. So take into consideration the purpose of NaRRA. NaRRA is just a specially built for purpose entity that will ensure that you get the best entities, the best contractor, the best engineers, and put them together. People with equipment that can build to scale or build at scale. Put them together, and the plans have already started to develop.
Yeah.
So it means that within a year, we should have a building a go.
Yeah.
No, guess what?
Uh-huh.
The politics of that, which they go again, my last video I did on my YouTube channel, even though me clean up the channel now. The People's National Party understands the politics of development. And that's why I keep telling your neighbor that I refuse to have conversations where people are going to tell me, oh, we don't want to talk about no politics. You do not have a democracy without politics. You do not establish policies without politics. It is politics that causes policy. Because the PMP believe in one thing and their policy is to go hand out and dish out with tax money, and the JLP believe in another thing and their policy is to ensure that you develop systems that work in the interest of the people. So, the PMP understands the politics of the day. The JLP, on the other hand, don't understand one butt crack or politics.
One what? Hold on. One what?
Me not gonna repeat that, neighbor.
Okay.
Me here praise the Lord this morning. They don't understand.
But no, wait a minute, but what? Hold on, yeah. Boy, I tell you something. Hold on, protecting. The listeners are saying that, by the way, moderator, you should tell the listeners they have to pay for this. This is blockbuster stuff. They can't get it for free. They can't get it for hold on. Can't get it for free, man.
Oh gosh.
Boy, this is technical premiere this year and put it in the subscription on the section. You hear? This is exciting stuff. I have to take a break. Coming back.
Oh gosh.
No. Seriously. You are going on there. Particularly. Continue.
So, with the PNP understanding the politics, what they're doing, they're preempting, because guess what? The way the JLP has been, it's easy to study them politically. No, okay, nothing wrong, because the PNP has been losing election 3 so far, 4 so far, if you include the local government election, right? But, again, the farther you go, the harder it becomes. So, okay, you can save yourself some of the problems that the PNP going to cause. Now, the PNP preempting the government because they know that the JLP lazy and they don't want to function politically when they're in a power. So, what the PNP do? The PNP run ring round the JLP all the year round, all the term round. And they continue to do this. How can the JLP prevent this kind of ring running around them? All you need to do is, every step of the way, you go with the people. How do you go with the people? You go to the people first, and then once the people understand what you say, because, neighbor, I tell you this.
Yes, sir.
When the government started the social pension program,
yes, sir,
the PNP knew that the social pension program was a game changer for Jamaicans 875 and over to be getting something from the government and you have never worked formally a day in your life before.
Yes.
So what the PNP did, the PNP sent out their activists right throughout communities in the length and breadth of Jamaica, telling people they download the farm them and them study the information.
Yes.
And they telling people, we are signing you up for something man, and we are do it for you. Comrade, them love you, you know. The PNP are do it for you. And we are do it, man, and we are get it done for you. And them still have them comrade on the inside. So when they're sending these forms and when they submit these applications, they get them approved.
Yes.
I said to one member of the party, listen me, we're losing the battle on the very things that we establish with the people because we're not punching heavily with the politics.
That's a punch.
And you know what he said to me? He said to me, it will work itself out.
Oh.
Now, in the example that I'm drawing here is that the PNP preempt the politics. There's always a preemptive strike with the PNP. So even if the government were to come out afterwards and to do it, yes, they would suppress it a little bit. But those people who are already introduced to social pension through the PNP activists, who you think them are going to say give them nothing? The People's National Party are good at the politics, neighbor.
Yes.
Now them can't win an election, but the headache when them are going to cost you for 4 years, you can minimize the headache. Go to the people. There's no way social pension should have been passed. And it's just something on JIS and all them foolishness there. It should have been something that you go to every parish, you have an NIS office, and make sure the NIS director them in each parish have a town hall and sensitize the people them in the parish. Where is the politics? And the Jamaica Labour Party continue to lose the game of politics. Government is established by the politics neighbor.
Well, hold on, there's protecting. I just get a message here that you are making party members uncomfortable.
Yes, man, me a party member, me uncomfortable too. So
Uh-huh.
come on, please. No.
Hold on. They're saying that you are to take it easy on the party because the party is trying its best to push through the bill, and it will be pushed through. And they say that your comment about them in a suit and so is that.
Neighbor.
Yes.
Neighbor.
Uh-huh. I didn't say that. It seems said.
You see the problem?
Uh-huh.
Me wonder if the way based on where you just read the while. You see the problem?
Well,
you are uncomfortable. You were uncomfortable when Marlene have to get up in the parliament and tell us too much hole in the bill, so the PMP are going to attack you.
Yes.
You are uncomfortable. You are uncomfortable because I'm telling you that the people that NaRRA is going to serve, go to the people them and make them buy into NaRRA, and you are uncomfortable with that.
Yes. Well,
you see the problem, what I tell you?
Well,
the problem and the root of the problem that.
Yes.
You're uncomfortable because the people who you say NaRRA is going to help, you don't want to go to them and tell them how NaRRA going to help them.
Yeah. The before we go to Harry, and Harry's over YouTube there, protecting. But I think I brought you on because I as I said to you, do a little vox pop, and you ask people, do you know about NaRRA? And they said NaRRA, and that I think it's a failure of government communication. You know, I heard bad girl Nats, that's Natalie, saying today that in the United States, the press secretary basically keeps a press conference every day. And I mean, America is a large country. We're a dot to them. But that the press secretary is always engaging the press. And we have a press a cabinet post cab once a week protecting. We need people to be aware of what government is doing and how government is doing it for them, because I think that is the real issue. You know, it's a court of public opinion. Let the PNP go to whatever court they want to go.
Before you go to Harry, neighbor.
Yeah, but even before I go to him, I want you to bear in mind, because we did speak about Lee Kuan Yew and how Lee Kuan Yew brought the people along with him, even though he suppressed his opponents. But he had a brilliant strategy of making the people feel included in what he was doing and protecting. And I think that's what you were trying to say.
Neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead.
The government needs to see the wisdom.
Yes.
In ending this practice of catching on and pinning on the Ministry of Information to a minister we already have them played full. The government needs to establish the Ministry of Information.
Yes.
As an independent ministry. And this Ministry of Information needs to develop a strategy that speaks to the people at least twice a week. Come to the people on Tuesday, and I am sure the government will be doing a lot between Tuesday to give another report to the country.
Yes.
This nonsense of having, okay, education is already a headache, ministry neighbor. Yes, we know Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, she's bright, a brilliant lady.
Competent.
Very competent. But guess what? Of all the headache where she have to carry, bomb threat at school, man, pick me a star.
I agree with you. It need it. I agree with you.
Hell, she figure prepare now Wednesday man if you come and go. Come on, man. We need to be serious about the democracy.
I agree.
The government need to protect itself.
Yes, I agree, sir.
You're not protecting the government. And somebody are going to complain. Somebody are complaining me out here protect the government. The government must protect itself. Why not expect Dana Dixon to do? The woman run over and out for a week and she had tour school. She a deal a light a out fire over there, so a out fire over here, so teacher around here, so Mark my lava, see people are joke in front of picnic. What do you expect Dana to do when the people need to know what the government is doing? What do you expect her to do?
Excuse me, neighbor. Protecting's volume
Hello.
is not working that well.
You're not hearing him?
It's hard to hear him on YouTube.
Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't changed anything.
What are we doing here? You not hear me, neighbor?
No, they're not hearing you on YouTube, so we're trying to fix a technical problem there. I'm hearing you in my earphone, though. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Then instead of here listening and I send message, or you feel uncomfortable, go fix up the party and fix up the government and make us feel out. We have to fight too much battle
Lord
out here.
God, what?
And we out here fight the battle and the dirt and tough. And we out here for push back. With no help sometimes for Uno. So you did send message, but you feel uncomfortable. Go fix up the political system and make the party shine. We have you out here batter. Make it easier for the Prime Minister himself when election come around. Jamaican people deserve to be communicated to and with.
Yes.
The country is maturing. The politics is maturing. Treat the people with some respect and go talk to the people. I go send message, boy, you're uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, you think you're uncomfortable yet? Me not stop beat until you get up and tap the lazy business. Every now and again, you feel like you send out Marlon. And every now and again, you feel like you send out Apka with a statement post on social media. The granny down at Westmoreland where house that blow off on a chapel in the front of her house. I know she not hear Apka, Marlon. I know she not hear what Apka say. And Marlon Morgan say. Them afraid to rewire her house even if she have a chapel in front of the house. I know she can't see one post cabinet press briefing on Wednesday. A matter of fact, the flood wash where the damn TV. The TV wash where. What wrong with you now? Everybody want to walk around and profile a hard work. We not in the middle of a crisis. We don't get up and brush off on yourself and go on like say, we serious about this thing, man. Okay, you're listening to neighbor now when you hear me a rant. You don't listen to the 1,000 PM people on social media at daytime and cuss, no? Why would you not go text them and tell them so you're disappointed? We hear them, we see them, and we have to have discussion with them sometimes so we know what they're doing and what they're planning. We don't text Isat and tell him, say, we don't feel uncomfortable, because Isat a plan to get on a quote. Huh? A matter of fact, if you didn't know who me be, you would have never uncomfortable, and that's why I remain anonymous.